all of the guitar parts for those early albums. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll be back on Monday, same time, same place. In West Palm, the Greek Stones coming up next. In Orlando, it's the Jim Colbert Show, and it's all right here on Real Radio.
Pair of tickets to the Red Hot Chili Peppers with the Strokes and Thundercat happens later today on The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Few accidents that may get in your way. There is a wreck reported now along Princeton Street between Mercy Drive and John Young Parkway. Also an accident along 436 at Old Cheney Highway. And authorities are still on scene of an earlier accident that has the westbound lanes of Taft Vineland shut down west of Orange Avenue. Expect delays in both directions here. You may want to take Land Street as an alternate. If you see a traffic problem, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Courtney Bright.
This report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show podcast.
The Inflation Reduction Act was signed into law. The problem, though? It won't actually do anything to reduce inflation. I'm Mark Moss, helping you navigate the decentralized revolution. Listen to the Mark Moss Show on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hello, it's Carlos, and I will be at Addison Landing, a brand new Mattamy Homes community in DeLand, my hometown, this Saturday, August 27th, from 11 to 1 p.m. But you can head out there all day and check out the beautifully decorated model homes just minutes from historical downtown DeLand. Homes start in the mid-300s, free donuts, giveaways, and great incentives on a new home purchase. For more information, visit MattamyHomes.com, and remember, I'll be out there this Saturday from 11 to 1 p.m.
Dreaming about your new kitchen but don't think it's affordable? At 5daycabinets.com, it only takes 5 minutes to find out. Simply log on to 5daycabinets.com and select our new quick quote option. Simply answer a couple questions, then upload some pictures of your existing kitchen, and that's all it takes. Now, with 5daycabinets.com, your new kitchen is more affordable than you might think. Yep, looks like it's time for your new kitchen from 5daycabinets.com. Mention Real Radio and receive 5% off your cabinet order now through August 31st.
Breathe new life into life at home with IKEA Festival. 10 topics, one purpose. To get more out of the homes we love. What are you passionate about? Art, dance, music, food, fur babies. Get inspired, create, and share with us. With celebrations, giveaways, IKEA family offers, and live streams with expert advice. It's all happening at IKEA Festival. Join us from August 26th through September 10th online or at your local IKEA store. Learn more at IKEA-USA.com.
You've trusted Cars for Kids with your car donations for over 2 decades. Now Cars for Kids can help with your property donations too. If you're spending money on a property you don't use or hassling with out-of-state properties, donate to Cars for Kids instead. It's simple and easy. They will take over all taxes, maintenance, and insurance obligations. Best of all, you'll receive a tax deduction for the full appraised value of your property. To donate, visit carsforkidsrealestate.org or call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS today to learn more. That's CARS with a K.
This Sunday at Old Navy, get women and girls Rockstar jeans for just $15. That's just $15 for women and girls stylish Rockstar jeans. Hurry, it's this Sunday only at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Valid 8/28, excludes in-store clearance.
You know, criminals today are much smarter, violent, and empowered. You can't fight them with DIY alarm systems. But these new criminals are no match for SafeTouch's security and surveillance 5-star systems that are designed to stop today's criminals in their tracks. Crooks know to stay away from SafeTouch signs. SafeTouch's new advanced technology cameras with analytics alert the homeowner via text and video notification that the property has been violated. And they alert the crooks that they are being recorded and the authorities have been notified. Plus, SafeTouch's Crash and Smash alerts the SafeTouch monitoring system that a protected door or opening has been violated before they even enter the home. Once in the house, the SafeTouch two-way communicator notifies police a potential crime is detected, allowing for a faster, safer response. All of this advanced SafeTouch equipment is backed by a lifetime parts and labor warranty as long as you are a monitored SafeTouch customer. Take the surprise advantage away from the crooks with a Safe Touch system. Call today and receive professional installation at no charge. 888-723-8682 or visit safetouch.com. Don't delay. Demand is at an all-time high. State license DF233. Terms and conditions apply with approved credit. Minimum monthly monitoring agreement. Offer to new customers not currently under contract.
As a small business owner, the last thing you need are nonsense fees on internet and phone service. Spectrum Business doesn't have any of the nonsense fees other providers charge.
CenturyLink charges me a facility relocation cost recovery fee.
I have AT&T, and I'm paying an administrative expense fee.
Switch to Spectrum Business and get the best value for business internet and phone with no nonsense. Visit spectrum.com/business.
A brighter energy future starts today, and we're ready. We're leading the clean energy transition, cutting carbon emissions even while improving reliability, adding more renewables like solar and wind, all while managing our costs to help keep energy affordable for everyone. We're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Some people were made to follow the instructions. We were made to make our own. To always measure twice and never cut corners. Unless, of course, we've got a compound miter saw. Northern Tool and Equipment is a problem solver's paradise. There's nothing we can't find, fix, or figure out together. We're made for this. Start solving your projects today at northerntool.com.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Go back to school with an extra $5,000. Click SutherlandBuysCars.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Friday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We do have a lot of stuff to get to today. Thanks for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. We'll get woke news, but actually it's toke news today.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Jack and Ross will bring it to you. Embers only at 3:45. 4 o'clock hour, we have Primetime Kitchen with our friend Amy Drew Thompson from the Orlando Sentinel. Also, Rich Tips again today. And I guess I'm getting told about my ass today during Rich Tips. So we'll find out what's happening there.
How about advice to make your life better?
Trivia, Ross thoughts, topics, your calls, your text, your talkbacks. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. Straight ahead, producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
Comedy alien Ross Padgett.
Yes, Jim.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Find us easily on social media at The Jim Colbert Show. You can find us there on Facebook, Instagram at The Jim Colbert Show, Twitter just at Jim Colbert Show, and of course all day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can podcast all the fun stuff. Again, thanks for listening. We appreciate that very much. You're on a Friday. Deb's out today. She'll be back with us on Monday.
Yeah, thanks for your ears. But she'll also be at the poker tournament tomorrow night. Fear not.
Yeah, this was a planned thing.
Fear not,
she
truckers.
had a couple weeks back. She has a thing to do today, so we wish her the best, and we'll see her tomorrow for sure.
Absolutely.
Nice. Are you guys excited about the tournament tomorrow?
I am.
I'm pretty pumped.
I have to tell you, I'm agog.
Agog?
I am agog. I am ready to play, man. I'm excited. I'm excited about seeing everybody. Like, it's been weird. You know, a lot of these people that we'll see that are in this business a little bit, we would occasionally see at events around town, like different things like social mixers or whatever, or charity events, and we just haven't seen a lot of these people in a while. My friend Tom Sorrells, love Tom Sorrells. Can't wait to give him a big old hug.
Shout out to Tom Sorrells and Scott Maxwell, the two local celebs outside of the station who have been to every single poker tournament that we've done.
For sure, man. Matt Austin, good friend Matt Austin.
Absolutely.
One of the greatest guys you could ever meet. I mean, a lot of the news stations represented, which we deeply appreciate. Of course, every personality here from Real Radio and a number of the ancillary members of Real Radio that'll come over as well. Pinkman, our friend Pinkman's awesome.
Absolutely. He'll be there. Fritz as well. But Amy Sweezy and Amy Caulfield as well.
Both.
Amy Caulfield just went through a health battle, but is back at work and ready to come out, and she's going to join us for poker tomorrow night.
That's got to be rare with both of them in the same room, right?
Oh, both of the dueling Amy's?
Yeah, the dueling Amy's.
No, they're pals. They've both been in the tournament before. I think I've been in a photo booth with them.
Easy, buddy. Damn, they're both married. Easy out.
And Cindy Maxwell. I think.
Yeah, really?
I don't know. It gets blurry.
Yeah.
But anyway, they'll be sitting at the same table, the Amy table.
Oh, very good. Yeah. That's nice. Great people as well. Just good people, So,
wonderful.
Really looking forward to it. If you have yet to get your casino pass, do that. $50, realradio.fm/poker. That's where you can do that. Remember, you get food from Porky's, plus you get all the other cool stuff, including casino dollars to play there. And then at the end of the night, you can trade those in for chances at a raffle as well.
You mentioned casino pass, but there is one final seat.
Oh, I just text somebody. Hold on.
No, that's
okay.
Separate from this.
Okay.
We have an auction today only, and this is thanks to Matthew Waters. He goes by Mo Watt.
Okay.
Mo Watt had a tragedy, and the family had to leave town and had to miss Roger Waters last night and has to miss our poker tournament.
Oh, wow, that sucks.
He donated his seat back to the Mustard Seed.
Oh, that's cool.
So we're doing this one-day auction that ends at 4 p.m., just less than an hour. If you go to realradio.fm/poker, the link is there. Right now, you could be the first bidder. The opening bid is $150. You can jump in now. If anyone else, gets it at 4 o'clock, the high bidder will get that final seat.
56 minutes. Get on it.
Yeah.
We would love to see you for sure. It's going to be a big day, and I'm really excited to see everybody tomorrow. Does everybody know what they're wearing? Do you have a theme? I like to dress nice for these things. My wife and I are going to match, and I'm going to wear a color I don't wear very often tomorrow.
I don't know about the theme. The theme for me is...
I'm very nervous about it, guys.
A new color for you?
Well, I don't wear this very often. I think I have one shirt that's this color, but tomorrow I have to match my wife, and I have to integrate this color into my outfit so we can match and look nice.
See, that's why I like you, Jim.
How's that, buddy?
Yeah, you hit us with the bookends.
What do you mean you hit us with the bookends? What are you talking about?
From the country, loves, 2A, is worried about the color that he's wearing tomorrow.
I want to make sure that I match my wife. We have this thing going where we kind of try to match when we go out for cool events like this, like for my daughter's wedding, and I want to make sure that we carry on that process.
Well, here's the deal, Hotshot. You're not going to be with her a lot unless she has a 1 in 16 chance out of sitting at your table.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's fine. I think
Is she playing in it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready to rock.
Yeah, okay. Well, good luck, because she's a monster. And she is fearless and doesn't care. And when she gets bored, it's even worse. And she'll get bored in about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And then she'll just start
pushing chips
around.
around.
It'll be gross. It'll be so gross.
I'm ready.
And she'll smile and wink, and you'll just give her your wallet.
I'm ready to flop some rivers. And
all right, very good. All right, 407-916-1041. Jack, I know we have a cool blog up that represents your evening last night.
Oh, yeah.
You went to see Roger Waters with your daughter. How was it, man?
I really enjoyed it. I got it at JimColbertLive.com. It's some video I shot and some pictures I took. It's also on the Real Radio Instagram page as well. I mean, it's the music combined with some of his own stuff that he wrote.
You mean concession stand music?
He, for one.
Yeah.
He set the tone in the beginning. It's
Okay.
like, it's in the round, so this is in the center of the Amway, and it had like a crisscrossing video screen. So I always like how these big arena acts decide how they're going to spend the record company money on these tours, and it's pretty elaborate.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you can actually see that in the videos and the pictures.
And for him, I mean, I'm sure he gets a blank check. It's Roger Waters.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he had no problem spending it.
Right.
So it counts down to the show starts, and it started at 8:30, and it says, we'd like to proceed the show with 2 announcements. 1, please turn off your cell phone. 2, if you are here because you love Pink Floyd music, but you really don't like Roger's politics, F off and go to the bar.
Oh, wow. There you go.
It started like that, and then the music
it set
started.
the tone immediately.
Then it was Comfortably Numb,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then in a couple of Floyd songs, some Roger Waters songs. did more Floyd songs, intermission, and then he did a whole Pink Floyd set, which was just fantastic.
Open with Comfortably Numb,
Yes.
huh?
Yeah.
Wow, that's I mean, I thought it would be something more like Money or something a little bit more upbeat. Not upbeat, but you know what I'm saying.
No, because it was, it was a little more ominous, and the video around it, and he was telling a story about, the dystopian future that they feared in the 70s has arrived, and, we are here, and it was basically, you would have hated it.
Yeah. Did he talk a lot during songs?
He didn't. Okay, so he talked a little bit, but most of it was on the screens. It was,
Like
so
statements like
it
that.
was statements on there, and it came out, with Reagan, and then it talks about calling out Reagan for how many people were killed in South America, but then he took down every president up through Biden.
Oh, did he really?
The drone strikes with Obama, then Trump, who did apparently more drone strikes than Obama did, and then with Biden is like he's just getting started. So he called out just about every American president for their, the innocence that gets killed in military affairs.
Let me ask you: do you think when he takes this tour overseas that he changes that to either British leaders or German leaders or French leaders? Do you think that happens, or is that specifically a United States thing?
You know something? That's a good point. I'm not sure. It had a world feel to it. There's one. The third song was about the people in power, but the first image that came up was Trayvon Martin. But then it started showing people who were killed for either the color of their skin or for protesting, or like Philandro Castile, for what he put as being black. But it was a handful of Americans, but it was people all over the world, Palestinians, people in Europe, England, all over. So that was kind of had a world feel to it. But it was about human rights. He was standing up for human rights. Called out, and he pointed out Eisenhower's warning on the military-industrial complex.
Right.
Continued with a theme that he feels he called out in the 70s with the Pink Floyd song "Sheep."
Right.
The music was great. The graphics and the special effects were a lot because. So it's in the round, which is great because it means everyone in the arena is closer, there's no one. You're a lot closer than you would be in a stage end show if the stage was at one end, because you wouldn't be an arena away. Everyone, is closer to the center. So our seats were pretty good.
Did it rotate?
It did not.
Okay, so
it was on like a crisscross, but he would spend time at facing each side.
Yeah, that's a unique setup there because
So and the video screens were like crisscross, so you started down and then went up, so you kind of could see what was going on, but it was an interesting view. Had a giant pig that flew around. Had a giant sheep that flew around.
Very good. He loves the farm.
Yeah, loves the farm, and they have a whole animals album. Yeah. So
was the did the crowd react positively to the messaging or something, or could you get the shut up and play feel?
I think there were some mumblings of that.
Yeah, just shut up and play type thing.
Yeah, but I mean, he came out. It was out of the gate before he even started. Said, "Hey, this is what it's going to be."
Yeah, I'm telling you, the Hall & Oates experience was the same way.
Yeah.
And my wife saw Cyndi Lauper at I want to say it was at either Hard Rock or House of Blues, maybe. I forget when that show was, or maybe at Dr. Phillips. And of course, she had a lot to say between songs, and you could hear the people in the crowd rumbling, like, "Man, just come on, man, just play the songs, please. We're not here to be. I didn't know this was a voting rally. Let's just."
So here's the deal with Cyndi Lauper. It seems out of place, right?
Yeah, I guess maybe.
But here's the deal, Roger Waters. This is true
for him for decades.
So what he's been the music. So it wasn't out of place. This is who he is. This is what he's been writing about, these geopolitical issues.
And I think maybe that's part of his anger toward the other members of the band, is because that kind of gets buried with them. And because I don't think Gilmour's like that. I don't think he's super political. So, you have one guy on one side of the stage who writes a lot of the songs and the lyrics, which are brilliant. The other guy who does the performing aspect of it. And, they butt heads politically. I mean, maybe he doesn't even care politically. He just, again, has that whole hey, could you just play the songs thing? But if the origin of the tunes are that, I mean, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do?
He shot the crowd with a gun.
Oh, did he really?
I saw that clip, and I was
I
like,
just
oh,
happened
man,
to be-
this show's going hard.
Every once in a while, I saw stuff that's visually cool, so I just break out my phone, and that's what I ended up posting at Jim Colbert Live. But he's just standing at our end of the stage. He walks up, and he was like an SS soldier.
Okay.
Now I'm blanking on the song it was, but it's a theme that he has told before, and it's all part of the imagery. And he gets his gun, and then he just starts, a machine gun. He starts blasting the crowd
with sound effects.
Yeah,
like with like it sounds like a shooting.
Oh yeah!
Wow, man, that's a chance, isn't it?
You can see it at Jim Colbert Live.
Is that a chance to take in a room like that? I mean, considering like how people kind of would freak out if they heard gunshots, or did it not sound like gunshots enough to not alarm anybody?
You're watching a show,
So you kind of know what's going to happen based on that.
You weren't surprised. I mean, he's wearing this long leather duster and this military hat and sunglasses. I mean, you could tell the image, and the banners were hanging around with the crisscrossing hammers, and it's supposed to be like a Nazi regime, but it was just about the political warnings of democracy falling, and really watching out for what the leaders are doing, regardless of, how they kind of separate themselves from the 99% and kind of run the world.
Interesting, man. I mean, I know this.
It was definitely interesting.
Yeah,
I will tell you that.
Interesting. That's what you want. And any opening act or anything like that? Just all Roger Waters.
Yeah,
2 hours?
Yeah. Little more with the
intermission.
About 2.5 hours, I would say. Yeah.
Did you leave early or did you stay for the whole thing?
Why do you got to ask me that?
Because I want to know what they closed with.
I could tell you. I could look at setlist.fm and tell you what they closed with.
All right, guys. What's coming up for Toke News?
Oh, my goodness. That's one way to say I left early.
Wasn't my daughter. I wanted to walk her to her car.
Yeah, she's 30.
30. She'll be 35 in December.
All right, so even worse.
So
it's downtown Orlando. It's a seedy crowd.
I got you.
Some good news and bad news coming out of the U.S. Secret Service. They went out and said some pretty gnarly things to start off the day. A huge update when it comes to cars and California and the year 2035. And how about we add a little bit more handguns in Texas, Jim?
Okay.
All of that and much, much more.
You got it, buddy. Coming up for Toke News in 1 second.
And the affidavit.
All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a sec with Toke News and more of the Jim Colbert Show.
This is Real Radio 104.1 on your phone with the iHeartRadio app and on hundreds of devices like Alexa, Google Home, Xbox, and Sonos. We are an iHeartRadio station.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash? Contact Clausman Law at clausmanlaw.com.
Well, we're expecting some showers moving in through the area. If you haven't experienced it already, we're seeing delays eastbound on I-4 coming in from Polk County from U.S. Highway 27 to 429, and also between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. Westbound travel a solid ride between World Drive and 429. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Dog days of summer got your business needing help? Check out Indeed, an all-in-one hiring solution that makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 toward your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Tools Ace Hardware can certainly help you create the perfect backyard for entertaining. We already know Tools has the best grills out there, Weber, Traeger, Big Green Egg, but now you can also find Uni pizza ovens and Napoleon grills at select locations as well. But did you also know Tools Ace Hardware now carrying outdoor patio furniture from Polywood? And guys, this Polywood outdoor furniture is made from extremely durable recycled plastic, and it'll last for years, will not fade. And they have Adirondack chairs, rocking chairs, seating, and dining sets in stock, and they can special order any item pretty quickly as well. Get free assembly and local delivery on any grill or patio furniture purchase, $3.99 and up. And always remember that Tools Ace Hardware has 11 convenient locations right here in Central Florida. Find yours and shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store pickup or delivery. It's toolsacehardware.com.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
If
you've been involved in a car accident and are not sure of your legal options, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. And take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando.
Hurry in for great deals during the Ram Make This the Summer event. Make this the summer you get the job done. Ram, built to serve. Right now, finance and get $7,800 in total values on the 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab equipped with a V6 engine. Total values include combined cash allowance and 2,300 Bighorn Level 2 package value. Financing for well-qualified buyers through Chrysler Capital. Not all buyers will qualify. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 9/6/22.
The IRS has just received $80 billion in funding to hire 86,000 IRS agents. If you owe the IRS, now is the time to take action before the IRS comes after you or your business. There's no time to waste. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Hey, it's me, Carlos, and I will be at the brand new community from Mattamy Homes, Addison Landing, this Saturday, August 27th. Come tour the beautifully decorated model homes just minutes from historical downtown DeLand. Homes start in the mid-300s. For more information, visit mattamyhomes.com.
I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we got Liz $1 million.
About a year ago, I was in a really bad accident. Nobody would help us. But when we called Mr. DeWitt and his team, they were there to help through the whole thing. I'm extremely happy with the results. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
Prospective client may not obtain same or similar results.
Response to International Diamond Center's Summer of Savings event has been incredible. But this is it, the final days. You have until August 31st to take advantage of the year's most attractive offer. Get IDC's amazing value price and spread your payments over 2 years with zero interest. And as a special bonus, IDC will even cover your first 2 payments. It's incredible. And everything's included. Thousands of engagement rings, designer jewelry, colored gemstones, pendants, bands, bracelets, the largest selection ever. Or if you prefer, you can get an instant 25% savings on all wedding bands during this incredible event. Take an amazing 25% off any wedding band. But there's just one catch. This spectacular Summer of Savings event ends August 31st at 6 p.m. and will not be extended. So hurry, pick any item, take advantage of 2 years zero interest financing, and let IDC even cover your first 2 payments. Now through the end of August only, and only at International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations on approved credit.
Hello, this is Joe Cordell. Over the past 30 years, I've had people come up to me, often other lawyers, to tell me what a clever marketing idea it was for Cordell & Cordell to commit to men in divorce. Though intended as a compliment, such statements have always bothered me. For one thing, it's far from clear that a decision that's likely to disaffect half the market is a good business decision. But more troubling is the presumption that Cordell & Cordell's success is largely a result of good marketing. I think if you ask one of our 300-plus attorneys or one of our 100,000-plus former clients, that you'd hear a lot about experience, client care, and integrity. These are the much harder things that best account for the growth and reputation over time of any law firm, including Cordell & Cordell. Having said all this, I am proud of our marketing messages, and I do want guys to know that we're here to help them.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
The Stuff They Don't Want You to Know podcast delves into popular culture's most persistent mysteries. Now, there's something else that the guys at Stuff They Don't Want You to Know want you to know. They've got a new book coming out. Packed with illustrations, the Stuff They Don't Want You to Know book is written in the same smart, conversational style you love hearing on the podcast. Available October 11th. Pre-order now at StuffYouShouldReadBooks.com. or wherever you buy your books.
$500 in free gas or diesel fuel with any purchase. Visit nationstrucks.com today.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in
All right, numbers only coming up in just a few minutes. Get you tuned in to a really nice cigar from our friends over at Corona Cigar. Maybe buy a couple of those for the weekend as you celebrate. Head out to the poker tournament for Real Radio tomorrow. Tons of stuff coming up today. 407-916-1041. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb off for the day. She'll rejoin us on Monday. Jack is here, though.
Hi there.
And Ross is as well. And both
smoke them if you got them.
These guys have your toke news.
Woo!
And now, it's time.
Jack already on that monster.
Someone in here needs to wake up.
Seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world. On the Jim Colbert Show.
Woke news / toke news is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Now we have to start off toke news with the most important story, I believe, that's in all of the land. Over to my co-anchor, Mr. Bradshaw, to give you an affidavit update.
I don't know if it's the most important. It is the biggest story of the day. And
that's what I meant.
Well, yeah, it is the release of the redacted affidavit that the Justice Department used to obtain a search warrant for former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago home. It shed new light on the federal investigation into the handling of the documents from his White House. Some of the takeaways, what we learned from what was released, and as they're going to be going through these with a fine-tooth comb, the media will. FBI said there was likely evidence of obstruction in classified defense documents. The FBI found 184 classified documents from 15 boxes earlier in the year, and new details about how the DOJ got involved with the document process in the first place. And also the redactions were meant to keep obstruction evidence secret for now, also protect the identities of some of the witnesses and grand jury members as well.
Yeah. The funny thing is, my first thought when former President Trump asked for this to be released unredacted automatically, I actually text Scott Maxwell, so there's a record of this. And then I saw it in the news today, George Conway, who heads up the Lincoln Project, right? Yeah. Said today exactly what I thought. I said, I don't think President Trump really cares about all that. I think he kind of understands the process was due. You can look at the affidavit and the information leading up to the raid and realize they knew every step that was coming. I mean, pretty much everything was going to happen. They were aware, or his lawyers were aware.
Yeah.
They actually prepared the situation for them. But I always thought the first thing he cared about was finding out who ratted.
Right.
That's. I fully believe that he only really cares about that being completely redacted because he wants to find out who turned them in, because somebody from inside that Mar-a-Lago told the investigators that there were more documents there.
So former President Trump did respond to the unsealed affidavit on Truth Social, calling it a total public relations subterfuge by the FBI and DOJ.
There you go.
Over to you, Rossi.
One of my favorite things about, all the affidavit news is that there's classified documents and then there's top secret documents, which makes me go like, yo, top secret still got it.
Oh, yeah.
Still got it.
And that's the highest classification. They found multiple documents that were labeled top secret.
Is it the highest?
I think so, isn't it?
It's top.
I thought the ones
got the word top in it.
I thought those were the ones that were only actually supposed to be viewed in certain areas of the White House that were deemed completely safe.
I think I've seen too many movies where they're like, oh, that's not the highest. This is the highest. Super top secret.
See, I thought it was, they label it
super duper top secret.
They label it something DI, which is, I think, defense information is basically, I believe that's what it is.
No peeky, no looky,
no
look.
And I just like the idea of, I like the idea of that one person who gets to determine, like, that's just classified, that's top secret. Stamp.
Yeah. I think anything that has military secrets that would really cause us damage, whether it be giving up names and information of assets we have in other countries, I think all of that probably would be part of that whole thing.
Well, from the FBI all the way to the Secret Service, because they said today that it has recovered $286 million in fraudulently obtained pandemic loans and is returning the money to the Small Business Administration. The Secret Service said an investigation initiated by its Orlando office found that an alleged conspirator submitted economic injury disaster loan applications by using fake or stolen employment and personal information and used an online bank, Green Dot, to conceal and move their criminal proceeds.
The balls it takes to try to rip off the government. I mean, those are people who have definitely never had any interaction with the IRS at a level where they're talking to you and calling you Mr. Colbert, and you understand there's some end-defining language being used when you talk to them. None of those people obviously have had run-ins like that, because I'm telling you, man, I couldn't imagine trying to defraud the government with that money and not think that they're going to come find you eventually?
Buddy, there's a long history of people getting away with it, then becoming Florida governor and Florida senator.
Oh, wow.
Rick Scott said, what?
The agency worked with Green Dot to identify roughly 15,000 accounts.
God almighty, man.
And seized, once again, $286 million connected to said accounts.
Speaking of Florida governors, we go to the current one. Governor Desantis has launched a new toll discount program, which is kind of cool. I know we talked a little bit about this yesterday. What I want to find out, it's a SunPass because SunPass goes throughout the state, but I got ePass.
I think you have to have SunPass, don't you?
That's not cool, bro.
No,
I think
ePass goes, but they go both ways.
I don't think so. I think you have that. SunPass and ePass are different, I believe, are they not?
They are different, but they work on the same road. So I'm wondering, is it all of them?
I don't know, but I would want it because, I mean, you're getting a break there. Do you use toll roads very often?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I don't use them that often either. 417, because where I am, just gets me where I got to go faster.
But I think that's the one that's not covered because the local expressway authority didn't want to, provide that discount because they already have a discount.
I see.
You already get a discount for having ePass.
Gotcha.
Like when you look at the tolls, the most expensive way to pay is when you do pay by plate.
Right.
Like if you got nothing, you're like, I'm going to blow through it. Well, they get you now.
Right. No. Yeah,
and they charge you. They charge you extra.
I remember being so naive that I remember there was a point in my life where I was convinced that you pay tolls to pay off the road, and once the road is paid off, no more tolls.
Yeah, that's how it's sold to.
That's how it's sold, right?
Okay, I've heard that before, but I've only seen it once, and it was the Pineda Causeway over in Brevard.
Right.
Yeah, and when it came time to take it down, they're like, okay, we paid for it. They're like, wait, how much is it going to cost to take it down? Okay, leave up the toll for a few more months.
To raise enough money to tear the toll down.
They did, so they had to leave the toll up but it was only like
25 cents or something, right?
If that. It might have been 15 cents across the Pineda Causeway.
Yeah, I remember. It's like a quarter or something.
Yeah. It was cheap.
Call me crazy here. Just leave the tolls up and don't employ it. Would that be bad? Is that a safety thing that I'm unaware of? Because it costs money to tear down the tolls. Well, why don't we just...
It's blight, then it falls apart, and then kids are smoking pot in there.
All right, yeah. Next thing you know, you have an insurance liability.
Yeah. Oh, you don't want that, Ross.
Over to a state that is similar to Florida when it comes to topography, but opposite in too many ways to count. The state of California has banned the sale of all new, keyword new, gasoline-powered vehicles by the year 2035.
Yeah.
Making a huge step in a greener future. The state says that all new vehicles sold in the state by then may not emit greenhouse gases, with an interim goal of 35% by 2026 and almost 70% by 2030. Just reading that makes me go, we're in the future.
It's funny. Did it say complete gas, or are they allowing some hybrids as well?
But in case you didn't catch it, the new law will only refer to new vehicles. Drivers will still be able to drive cars previously owned, as well as purchase older ones that are gas-powered, according to Everyone Loves Them, hates them, Gavin Newsom. About 16% of cars sold in the state are electric, hybrid, or hydrogen-fueled. California is also not alone, because Washington State is also on track to follow California's lead. To answer your question, it says the state's no greenhouse gases.
Okay,
so that hybrid.
No hybrids. But that falls in line with Ford's announcement that say they're going to be all electric, which was a pretty bold announcement.
Just saw a train system yesterday. I want to say it was in maybe Germany. I don't know. It was the 4-train system, and it's the first train system, I believe, in the world to run purely on hydrogen. Ooh. Hydrogen cell trains. I think they had 4 sections of it that were running. And like I've said, I thought that's, because I think hydrogen is one of the most abundant resources we have in this galaxy, actually.
Well,
and they know that if you harness that, make the fuel cells safe. And I believe, isn't the exhaust from burning hydrogen water?
All I know is a good use of using the word galaxy there.
You like that,
That made me feel small and humble.
Okay. Well, I'll let you go forward to this.
Speaking of California Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom, he's involving himself in Florida's governor race again.
This is great.
He's putting money into the race.
This guy, he looks like a televangelist.
Can you do that?
He does.
He get $100,000 to Chris's campaign.
He looks a little slick.
Yeah.
Right? He does have
like
a slick
Joel
look to him.
Osteen's brother.
Yeah. But yes, he pledged $100,000 to Charlie Crist campaign for governor of Florida. Newsom tweeted, "It's time to make Ron DeSantis a one-term governor." Crist campaign manager says that Newsom's support is a clear sign of the national enthusiasm for defeating DeSantis.
Man, good luck with that.
Yeah, not to mention, DeSantis has been traveling out and around to other states doing campaigning and stuff. And I think that a lot of people see a possible 2024 matchup of Newsom and DeSantis, possibly.
Yeah.
Going now to another big state, even more people will be able to carry handguns on the streets of Texas.
Okay.
A federal judge just ruled a Texas law that bans those 18 to 20 years of age from carrying handguns is unconstitutional. The ruling by District Court Judge Mark Pittman noted that the restriction is inconsistent with the Second Amendment of the Constitution, which does not state an age restriction. He added it was also inconsistent with the U.S. history since minors were a part of state militias during the early years of American history. So, there's that.
Call your travel agent about your trip to Austin.
Yes, where abortion is illegal, but as soon as you have your baby, they want to put a handgun in its hand. It's nice. Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas, right, Ross?
Absolutely.
Hey, good news. NASA, we have the plan to get Artemis off the ground Monday.
Let's go.
It looks like right now Mother Nature is cooperating so far with the first phase launch of this plan to send astronauts back to the moon. Artemis 1 set to launch Monday morning from Kennedy Space Center, right in our backyard.
It's right there.
Weather forecasters are saying launch conditions are 70% for go. So anyone making the trip has, that has got to make you feel decent that you're going to have a successful launch. Artemis 1 is an uncrewed test flight to see if the Orion capsule and the Space Launch System rocket, that's the SLS, Space Launch System, that's the new rocket array that they're using to go to the moon, can carry astronauts on the next mission, which would be Artemis 2, which would be the manned mission. The mission could launch in a couple of years. If it's successful, Artemis 3 will then launch the first woman and person of color to the moon and land on the moon.
Can't wait to see this thing go up. These big ones are fun.
Oh, it's going to be neat.
These big ones are fun. Oh, my God. Yeah. It's a big old candle.
Yeah.
It's a big old candle.
About 8:30 in the morning, I think, on Monday.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get up.
Speaking of person of color, a man wrongfully convicted of rape as a teenager is free after a judge threw out his conviction, which happened more than 36 years ago. As soon as I saw the story, Jim, I thought of you just because...
Rape? I get it.
No, no,
Thanks,
that's not
Ross,
what I meant.
I appreciate it.
I didn't say that. You said
Ross,
that.
dude.
Well, come on.
He's the host of the show. We're supposed to make him look good.
Yeah, no, I'm making him look good because you always get enraged whenever you see something like this. Sullivan Walter, now 53, is free after a judge vacated his conviction.
What are they going to give him? They're going to give him a warm Pepsi and some old popcorn?
On May 1986 home invasion and rape in New Orleans. He was 17 at the time of his conviction. During his trial, blood and other substances as evidence... You know what I'm talking about?
I do, Ross.
Okay, that could have cleared him, was never shown to the jury. And I just get, I now, your rage is contagious when it comes to wrongfully convicted people.
36 years, that guy's life is gone. No, I mean, his life is gone. I say 36 years. Anything he knew of a life is gone.
There was a time in my life where I thought that was not something, like a prosecutor would... If they came across evidence that would disprove the case, that they would,
okay.
We're going to do what's right.
Yeah,
and
we're here for the truth.
Yeah, he's the wrong guy. No, bury it. Bury it.
It is genuinely amazing how often that happens. And I know often is all relative to the criminal cases that roll through court systems all throughout the U.S., but still, man, it just seems amazing. It seems amazing it could happen at all in 2022. I mean, you can kind of understand maybe in the 80s when DNA was still blossoming and the absolutes there were a little shady, but my God almighty. And then New Orleans makes it, I mean, come on, man. New Orleans has had its fun with corruption and racism.
Well, this is wild.
The story I'm about to tell you.
This story that you're about to say, Jack.
Yeah, it's about a Florida judge.
You guys are
Jimmy.
hitting on all cylinders, baby.
We're tip-tapping, baby.
It's good.
Get some monster, baby!
More monster. That's the answer.
Florida judge is shutting down damage claims for hundreds of people trying to take advantage of the deadly Surfside condo collapse. The Miami Herald is reporting that more than 450 claims were rejected after the attorney processing them found them to be fake.
Whoop.
The judge is deciding how much to give victims after reaching a more than $1 billion settlement from the class action lawsuit back in June. The agreement was made exactly 1 year after the Champlain Tower South collapse and took 98 lives.
Wow.
Do you guys remember that massive, what is it, when you buy something and then you scratch it off and then you win?
You mean a scratch-off ticket?
A lottery
ticket?
You guys remember the lottery, the massive payout from the lottery like last month?
When it was over $1 billion?
Yeah. Well, they have not got their money yet.
Oh, really? They haven't come forward yet.
There's a secret billionaire out there, the winner of last month's whopping $1.34 billion jackpot.
South Carolina winner, right?
Illinois. The winning
Illinois.
ticket was announced back on July 29th. It was sold at a Speedway gas station in Illinois.
He's waiting for his divorce to be finalized.
And is the largest lottery prize ever won in the state and the third largest in the U.S. What are you doing, guy?
Yeah, right.
Well, you're putting everything in place.
Oh, yeah. He's protecting himself is what he's doing.
Yeah, your life changes. So it's like, once they find out who you are you going back to the same house?
Yeah, that was just a month ago, too. That's really not that much time considering how much money that is.
Yeah. Well, do you have kids? What's their situation right now? Are they going to stay in school? Will you be able to keep your name private?
So this is where it gets a little tricky here, though, because jackpots of this size usually result in a delay in claiming a prize. That happens. And the winner has a full year to do so. But they only have 60 days from the drawing date to choose whether to get the full amount over 29 years or a lump sum of $780 million. Imagine being that person right now. You have the ticket. Hopefully, because there's got to be a chance that someone bought it, has the winning ticket, and just was like, that wasn't me.
Have you ever misplaced anything in your life?
Oh, yeah, like a daily.
Could you imagine?
No, I don't even want to think about that.
What if you didn't even know? Well, I mean,
yeah, that's
so
what I'm thinking.
You're in the state. You know what state it is. All right, I bought one in the state, but I can't find this damn ticket.
And you know where it was. Also know the store.
I can't find the damn ticket.
Man, I wouldn't even. I would have to think. I would have to convince myself that it didn't win. That's the only way I would be able to move forward.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe the guy was just, token up. Just like your news, you are officially toked up. Toke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Work with somebody you can trust, someone who you enjoy, who knows the Central Florida real estate market, just like Don. Don gives great, amazing advice as host of the Home Loans Radio Show right here on your favorite radio station, 104.1. That's every Saturday morning. That's tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Give it a listen. Get your education on, where Don answers your text questions live on air. Make use of this guy. He's awesome. Learn more at homeloansradio.com. You're toked up. I'm out. Peace.
Thanks, buddy. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Number's only up next on The Jim Colbert Show.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air.